What's happening, YouTube family? This is Jonathan Dunmeyer from Dominion Empowerment Podcast. Just want to say that I hope everybody is having a great day, that my fellow veterans are learning, understanding how to use their benefits that have been given to them, to the maximum capacity. That's my hope. Unfortunately, it's a lot of us who are veterans who have information and don't always pass that information down, don't always share that information, don't always make that information available. The generations behind us, even towards those who are ahead of us. Most of us don't understand what this benefit, what those benefits we were given, what they could truly do, and how they could truly impact and change our lives. And since we did not know about these benefits and understanding how to use them, we find ourselves in a place to where we go through day-to-day life, we struggle, we go to work, we trade time for money, we say we want to achieve the American dream, which is to buy a house in the suburbs. We say a lot of things that just don't make sense. Because when the institutions are set up, or the institution of education, the way that it was created and set up, it was set up to create more worker bees. It was not created to cause people to become entrepreneurs. It was never set up for you to do anything other than work for somebody else, trade your time for money, go to work, come home, get your paycheck, only to take that paycheck, which is only for transactional purposes. Something that I heard Myron Golden say, which was, it was mind-blowing a little bit, because I'm like, yeah, you go to work, you trade your time for money, you get paid, and in getting paid, you just taking that money to go and pay for your bills, your food, gas in your car, your mortgage, taking care of all your responsibilities. But yet nobody teaches you about assets over liabilities. First time I heard that mention was on the Earn Your Leisure podcast. And I started thinking about it because I was just in a transition of where I always had an entrepreneurial mind, always been an entrepreneur. Excuse me. Got out of my entrepreneurial mindset, slipped back into the institution way of thinking, of going out here and getting a job and working for somebody, trading time for money, thinking, oh man, you're making X amount of dollars per hour, got 2 jobs and one job is paying you X amount per hour, and it's like, get caught up, man. W-2s. Just have you working. There's nothing wrong with working. It's a matter of how you work. Are you working to create assets so that your assets are over your liabilities, and that your assets pay for your lifestyle? See, when I joined the military, before I even had a chance to raise my hand, this captain that was from the United States Marine Corps, he looked at me and said, look, you going in here as an older man. And he told me plainly, he said, you better get everything out of Uncle Sam, because Uncle Sam is going to get everything out of you. So what he was letting me know was, don't get out of this military empty-handed. Use it the right way, because they're going to use you the right way. They're going to use you the way they want to use you, which is fine, because I signed up for it, right? Nobody forced me to join the military at the age of, what was it, 2002? Well, I was 30 at the time, 2001 when I signed up, a month before I turned 31. So when I went into the military, I was 31 years old into the Army. So nobody forced me into it. I needed a way to be able to take care of my family, because I had a poor mindset. Didn't understand the importance of mindset. I didn't understand it in a way as it pertained to wealth. Did not understand it as a way for me to change my life and change the course that I was on, but there was still a part of me, because I read so many books by Tony Robbins and Miles Monroe, you name it, I was reading it. Zig Ziglar. Whoever was successful, I wanted to find out how to be highly successful. And I was successful as a basketball player growing up in the city of Philadelphia through my work ethic. I didn't read no books about it. I just had people, I had a dream of making it to the NBA. I had a passion, I had a desire, I had a talent. I had skills that I worked on. But I lost sight and hope when my basketball dreams came to an end, when I could no longer play. And it took a toll on me. It took a lot out of me. It sucked the life out of me. Was depressed, drinking a lot, smoking a lot of marijuana, partying a lot, trying to find something to numb my pain. Nothing would do it. And I struggled for a lot of years. Went to college, didn't graduate. Had 110 credits, only needed 10 more to graduate. Finished my last semester, and I didn't even complete my last semester, and just stopped going to class and ended up not graduating and getting my degree on a scholarship that I did not have to pay for school and did not take advantage of my benefits. My skill gave me access to those benefits. My talent gave me access to benefits that I did not take advantage of. And that's how it is to this very day, with many soldiers, with many veterans, with many disabled veterans, and with so many homeless veterans. Some people that badmouth the military, but without the military, I would not have the life that I have. So I can never be one who bashes the military. I used it for what I needed it to do for me and my family. So what happened? Over the years, during the time when I was in the military, you're in the military, you're not thinking about, for me, I wasn't even thinking about life outside and after the military, because I just thought, hey, I'll stay in the military, do 20 years, get out, retire, get my retirement pay, maybe go back to college, get my degree, become an officer, move up in rank, make more money, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of my mindset. Went to OIF 2 in 2004. Life wasn't the same after that. Going to war changed a lot in me. Saw a lot. Had to absorb a lot. Had to deal with a lot. As a surgical tech, that was my job in the military. So I was doing a lot of the surgeries on many of the soldiers that people would hear about, the blast injuries and the catastrophic injuries that were sustained by my fellow soldiers, and the things that I saw over there, experienced, heard about, knew about factually, trying to keep the morale up and wondering, what are we even doing over here? Walking through Saddam's palace in Baghdad, looking at all the places that were sectioned off because it was, let's just say, a lot of things were taken from his palaces. So I wasn't thinking about benefits. I wasn't thinking about, oh, what my certificate of eligibility will do for me. I was in survival mode, man. I was just in place or space to where it's like, man, I mean, just help myself get back home. But anyway, got injured, got hurt, suffered PTSD, many other things and issues, and end up getting medically discharged, medically retired, eventually going back and backdating it, medically retired. But initially I was just medically separated, and that was something that unfortunately the military would do. Screw you over from the benefits that you are truly entitled to. Give you something lesser in hopes that you never find out to what you truly are entitled to. I was entitled, should have been, like I said, I don't like that word entitled. I should have been given, rather, retirement and not just a medical separation with a severance package. Long story short, got out of the military. Before that, was getting ready to get out processing, going through the out processing, the transitioning, counseling to civilian life. Yes, I heard about submitting for disability benefits. Yes, I heard them mention the certificate of eligibility. Mentioned it, no explanation about it, what it was for, how to use it, what its true purpose, how I could have used it while I was in the military. Nobody talks to you about your credit score, the importance of your credit score going into the military. Had bad credit, nobody talks to you and find out, hey, is your credit good? If not, let's do what it takes, or do what is needed to take to improve it. Nobody talks to you about being an entrepreneur, because everybody, the majority, I would say 95 to 99% of the people that's in the military, the conditioning, the societal conditioning, the institution conditioning of being a worker bee and being one who just gets in, fits the mold, do what you're told, of course, you do your job, show up, go home, blah, 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 blah. Nobody tells you about these important things that I'm sharing with people. Because what I know now about the certificate of eligibility, and I created an ebook that I'll be releasing to people for free, because I want you to win. I want you to have access to some information that will definitely change your life. Fast forward, many years went by, I improved my credit. As many years had gone by at bad credit and couldn't qualify for a loan. So anyway, finally got to the place where I got my credit cleared up, was able to qualify for a loan, applied for the loan. I was told, make sure you have your certificate of eligibility, and by the company I got my loan through, and got the certificate of eligibility. But guess what? Nobody explained what that paper could do. Nobody explained the entitlements. Nobody explained the amount of money nobody explained about the amount of money, man, per county, of what it truly means to have this piece of paper. Oh man, I got qualified to $417,000. But my county that I live in, Harris County in Texas, at that time, back then, I believe, well, I looked at it for what it is now. It was like $800 and something thousand, right? Total amount. So that means I had some leftover entitlement that I could have used to acquire another property. Nobody put me on to that. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody mentioned it. Is it purposeful? I don't know. Is it that they don't know? Maybe. It's like I didn't know. Trying to make sure that you know. It's a whole lot of what ifs, so I can't answer what ifs. I can't answer what's on people's mind, their hearts. But what I can do from here on out is to make sure to let other soldiers know, other veterans know, other disabled veterans know that you have resources that you just have no idea about those resources, because you're not thinking about those resources. You're just trying to make it through your day. But you don't have any idea about rent resources out there. You have no idea about people that will help with your utility payments out there. You have no idea. You just have no idea. And so many people struggle. So many people go through so many changes. And end up homeless because they don't know their benefits. They don't know what's available to them. It's a problem. It's a major problem throughout the whole United States. That there are so many homeless veterans out here on these streets, in these shelters, going through and dealing with substance abuse, struggling with PTSD, struggling with so many issues that could be dealt with if they had the information to change their situation. Now, as I said before and many times, I'll continue to say it, you can have this information and not use it. And you can draw your own beliefs about it. You can say, well, I don't believe that that's possible. I don't believe, I don't this and I don't that. So I ask people, where are your facts? What's the information how are you able to draw that conclusion? A lot of people are fearful. A lot of people don't want to take the time to maybe read something. Read a book. Read a guide. Watch a video. Get help. Understand the resources. I'm going to make a list. Well, I ain't making, I'm compiling right now a list of resources that veterans, the majority of veterans don't even know that they have access to. And especially those who are disabled veterans, and especially like the state of Texas, most veterans don't even understand their benefits in this state and are not taking advantage of it. Most people are not understanding what tax-free money really means. You don't understand it. Most people don't have no idea about having assets over liabilities. Nobody teaches you about how to make your money work for you and not working so hard for the money. Because you hear songs, you work hard for the money and all this other stuff. Old songs by Wu-Tang Clan, Cream, Cash Rules Everything Around Me. Cream, gotta get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Yeah, you getting the money, but at what expense? Nobody teaches you to have assets. Nobody teaches you of how to create and build. Nobody's teaching you how to change your mindset. You need a mindset shift. You have to have a mindset shift so that you can truly take advantage of all that is out here for you as a soldier. Currently, those who are currently in the military, those who are out of the military, those who are transitioning out of the military, disabled veterans. You don't understand your benefits. We're going to get you to understand them, but it's up to you to go out here and execute. It's up to you to say, you know what? I had enough of this low level living. I had enough of being on these streets. I had enough of being in these facilities. I had enough of not having my own place. I had enough of struggling. I had enough of these drugs. I had enough. I know what it's like to have doubt. I know what it's like to feel rejected. I know what it feels like to not have enough. I know what it feels like to about to have the electricity cut off, the water cut. I know what it's like. But we've been taught a lie. Because you need worker bees. And then there are those who want to work for others. I don't want to do business. I don't like selling. I don't like this. I don't like that. Nobody likes to be sold. I don't like to be sold. I like to go out and purchase the things that matter the most to me. But guess what? In doing so, I'm being sold. There are tactics that are being used every day to sell. You sold yourself, your skill set, to your employer. I'm not a salesman. Yes, you are. You just don't understand that you were selling yourself, your qualifications, your resume, your abilities. You were talking about what you could offer them, what value you could bring to their business, and they found you valuable to their business, so then they hired you. Why? Because they know that for the amount that they pay you, you will create much more money for them than whatever it is that they pay you. That's the reality. The reality is that we are all salespeople. The reality is we all have been sold. We all say we don't like to be sold. But come on, like, let's deal with what's real and not what's not real. The reality is for those current soldiers in the military, you can go out and acquire yourself a multi-family while you are in the military. Do what's called house hacking. Live in one unit. Say you're in a quietplex and rent out the other 3. Still receiving your BAH, living for free, but now you have an asset over your liabilities. That's freedom, even while you're in the military. This is Jonathan from Dominion Empowerment Podcast. Just want to drop a little gem on you, share a little bit more about my story, about who I am, what I've been through, and understand that you have somebody that's here with you. It's like in the military, man. We supposed to have been having each other's backs. our battle buddies. And we're never supposed to leave a soldier behind. And that's what I see, is that so many soldiers are left behind. And I'll do my part to make sure that you're not left behind. Do my part to make sure that you get everything that you're supposed to get. That you become everything that you're supposed to become. And that you do everything that you're supposed to do in this life. On another level. Because that's the reality. That's what's possible. That's what's real. That's what's genuine. That's what's true. And I wish more people were just genuine and true and just tell you like it is and tell you the truth and give you the information for you to make a decision. Because it's up to you whether or not you're going to make the decision or you're not going to make a decision to change your life. It's on you. So let's work together and let's change lives. Let's build something great. Let's achieve greatness together. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Share it everywhere. Share it on every platform, every social media platform. Share it with all your friends, your family members, those who are veterans, those who are in the military, those who are thinking about going into the military. Share with everybody. Until next time, y'all take care.